session prior to tonight's meeting for legal and personnel matters, and we will be meeting again after the meeting in an executive session regarding personnel matters as well. All rise for a prayer followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Heavenly Father, during this time of Thanksgiving, keep us ever mindful of all our gifts and blessings, but most especially for those who have served our country so faithfully so that we can be free. Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Olsmer?
Here.
Mr. Gershie?
Excused.
Mr. Gogolski?
Here.
Mr. Enslin?
Here.
Mrs. Fiorella?
Here.
Mr. Cadenzi?
Present.
Mr. Hope?
Here.
Mr. McDonough?
Present.
And Mr. Schaefer?
Here.
Mr. Adams?
Here.
Dr. Barrett?
Here.
Ms. Emmett is here. Mr. Gogorski?
Here.
Mrs. Donahue?
Here.
Ms. Feliski?
Here.
Mrs. Miller?
Here.
Mr. Pigeon?
Here.
Ms. Watson?
Here.
Mrs. LaRosa?
Here.
Mrs. Price?
Here.
Mrs. Gregory?
Excused.
Mrs. Liptak?
Here.
Mr. Seaman?
Here.
You have 8 board members present.
Thank you. May I have a motion for item number 5, approval of minutes?
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the regular board meeting on October 3rd, 2016.
I'll second it. Motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Any abstaining? Motion carries. May I have a motion for item number 6, please?
I move to accept the treasurer's report from the general account, food service, and student activities account.
I'll second it.
Motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no.
No.
Are there any abstaining? Motion carries on a vote of 6-2. May I have a motion for item number 7, please?
Make a motion to approve the bills from the general account, food service, and construction account.
I'll second it. Motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no.
No.
Are there any abstaining? Motion carries on a vote of 6-2. Are there any questions on the accounting of taxes? Hearing none. Mr. Gregorski, student recognition, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Tonight we have with us 2 outstanding seniors we'd like to recognize. First, we have Derek Ortman. Derek is the son of Rick and Carolyn Ortman of Waymart.
Good evening. Tonight, I wasn't expecting so many people. I have kind of good math skills, and as people were coming in, I was like, 10, 20. It's nice to see everybody here. First, I'd like to thank the board for recognizing me and spending some time on me, and thank you a lot. It's a pretty nice privilege. I'd like to thank my parents for their support and dedication to me and always setting a good example and teaching me that I can follow my dreams no matter what they are. They've never discouraged me ever in my life, and I think that's amazing. Things that they tell me that I can aspire to do in my future. I'd like to thank my friends. I mean, Michaela's here, but aside from that, I don't see a lot of other students. Camilo's here. I met you earlier. They're very supportive, and I've got a really good friend base. I mean, there's a lot of good students at Western Wayne that are very supportive of me. And finally, teachers. I've seen numerous teachers here tonight, and I'd like to thank you for teaching me and helping me to get a good education. As you might know, I'm student body president this year. That was an interesting thing to come into. That all got set into motion my sophomore year when Matt Witt was in the locker room with me and a kid said something bad about our school. And he said, why would you make fun of the place you go to school, the place you play sports, the place that you're going to get an education and move on for your future in? And that's when I got some school pride, right there, sophomore year, and ever since I've wanted to make a difference in Western Wayne. So I decided to become student body president, and it happened. Since I've been involved in FBLA for 1 year, football, freshman team captain. I've been part of track for 3 years, NHS for 2 years, and even though it's not an actual co-curricular activity, weightlifting, because I've been really dedicated to it for 4 years, so I think it counts for something. What I love about Western Wayne is it's a very accepting environment. I have not been discouraged hardly ever in Western Wayne. There's always some people that are going to say things because, they don't care so much, but not very much in Western Wayne. I haven't seen it. I've been to 7 schools in my life, and this is probably one of the best. Western Wayne's also very inspiring to me. My freshman year, I came up into this class called video production taught by Mr. O'Hora, and that's what inspired me to go on to broadcasting my sophomore year and my junior year and my senior year this year. That's kind of brought me to what I want to do in my future. Miss Donahue's sister works at NBC Studios, and I went on a tour with her, and she's really cool. She taught us a lot about what could be in that field. I'm going to go for film and video, I think, in college, but I'll get to that in a minute. And finally, what I love about Western Wayne is after you find what you want to do, they have the guidance and support right there in our guidance office and by our principals and such to help you move on into that in your future. My future plans, I plan on attending a 4-year university probably. Maybe a 2-year university if I can find something, because I really want to get out there. That if I can find a degree that will be sufficient for what I want to do. Freshman year, like I said, is what brought me to that, doing production. My responsibilities in broadcasting have gotten a lot larger as time has gone on. I do all the school promos for the most part, meaning a semi-video that goes out to the whole school, or 3 homecoming videos, or whatever they need. I help do the news every day, whether that's being an anchor, somebody that runs the news cameras, whatever they need. I have a group in broadcasting that helps me make videos. I lead that group, and I just actually finished today one of the best videos I think I've made all of high school, so hopefully I can kind of show that to some people as I move into my future. I'm on student council, so that really helps with the communications and broadcasting. I mean, all types of announcements that you would never see if I wasn't in student council that I can bring into broadcasting, and finally individual projects, things that I do on my own time. And my future plans again, to eventually find a career in film and video, or something in the cinema department, maybe like TV, advertising, anything like that. Hopefully I can narrow that down as time goes on, and I have Western Wayne to thank for it, so thank you.
Great job, Derek. And if we could have your parents step forward, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Our next outstanding senior is Michaela Stone. Michaela is the daughter of John and Stacy Stone of Hamel.
Hello, I am Michaela Stone, and I'd like to start off by thanking you all for having me here tonight. Over the years, Western Wayne has provided me with countless opportunities that has shaped me into such a diverse student today. Academically, I have challenged myself year to year with numerous AP and honors classes. Rumor has it that senior year is supposed to be your easiest, there's no stress involved, it shouldn't be too bad, but seems to be quite the opposite for me. This year alone, I'm in AP Biology, AP Physics, AP Calculus, AP Gov, British Literature, and Anatomy. As well as being active in the classroom, I'm involved in a variety of clubs in the school. This year, I am senior class president, and I am actively in organizing many school events, fundraisers, and our class trip. I'm also in the Technology Students Association and have been for the past 6 years. I've served as Sergeant-at-Arms and President. I've competed in the events Photographic Technology, Future Tech Teacher, Biotechnology Design, Problem Solving, Safety Illustration, and many others at the regional, state, and national level and placing at each. This program has not only given me insight into the technology field and competing, but also allowed me to meet people from all over the world, as far as Germany and Turkey. Some other extracurricular activities I'm involved in are football cheerleading for 1 year, SAD, FBLA, NHS for 3 years, NAHS for 3 years. In junior year, I applied and was accepted into Tomorrow's Leaders Today, which is the 35 students from the Lackawanna County and our school that get together and meet once a month traveling to many different local businesses and discussing and expanding upon our leadership qualities. I have also worked with our guidance program here at Western Wayne with their 309 program, which is for bettering our guidance program for generations to come. Outside of school, my family and I run our family farm. Through the program 4-H, I've served as my club's treasurer and president for the past 3 years. I'm a member of the Wayne County 4-H livestock judging team and stockman's team. I have also shown cattle, pigs, and lambs at the regional, state, and national level. This program has taught me how to have a good work ethic, responsibility, and time management. Along with that, I've been a dancer for 15 years, as well as an assistant teacher for 9 years. Just 2 years ago, I was a featured dancer in Harry Connick Jr.'s The Happy Oak. Along with that, I have volunteered at numerous forage activities, at PATH, different NHS events, and at dance. I am so thankful for the opportunities I've been given here, and I believe it has shaped me into such a strong leader today. I hope to continue my success at a four-year university for pre-med, majoring in biology, but never forgetting where I came from. I would like to personally thank the board for all they have done for the school and funding all they could over the years. I'd like to thank Mr. Grigorski and Mr. Pigeon and all the staff for helping me to excel in my high school career. And last but not least, my parents. Thank you so much for all you have done over the years, whether that was buying me more cows, taking me to dance, or being there when I'd sit and cry because I didn't understand my homework. Thank you for never giving up on me and shaping me into the individual I am today. Thank you.
If we could have your parents step forward and be recognized.
It's just terrific. Derek, thanks for mentioning school pride. You and Michaela both are prime examples of what makes us tick as administrators and board members and community members. We're so proud of your accomplishments. You've done an exceptional job. And by listening to both of you, all you have to do is if you need to get something done, give it to somebody who's really busy. Their schedules are incredible. Their achievements are outstanding, and we're so fortunate to have students and parents like you in our school district. And just congratulations, hats off to you for your accomplishments and great things to come for the future. So, congratulations.
Very good. Moving on to item number 10. Is there anyone in the public that cares to address the board?
Mr. President, I would just like to say many of the teachers are here tonight to show support for Joe Adams. We want to thank you for all you've done for us, for our school. School pride is at an all-time high. You brought the community together, you brought the teachers together, and we just want to say thank you.
Hi, good evening. I'm here tonight as a West Wayne taxpayer, alumni, former employee, and parent. I am
Excuse me a
so
second.
frustrated. Yes,
Please state your name for the
Heather
record.
Hess. I am frustrated and upset that I am here tonight to say thank you and goodbye to a leader who, in my opinion, has gone above and beyond for our district. A leader who is so approachable that when first introduced to someone says, "No, it's not Mr. Adams, just call me Joe." Joe has brought many positive changes to our district, changes and improvements that were long overdue. He has accomplished more in his short tenure than some of our past leaders combined. He saw problems and had a vision and had an actual solution. He worked right alongside many to accomplish the goals he set for our district. The accomplishments were not just physical or in test scores. The positivity and pride in our district has been contagious. As I said, I am upset to say goodbye, and I am frustrated that there are some that did not appreciate the work he was doing, and some who worked against him instead of with him. I pray that going forward we can continue down the excellent path that Joe has started us on. Thank you for your vision and guidance. To you board members, I charge you all with keeping us on the same path that he started us on.
Anybody else?
Hi. I just wanted to let you know, Dr. Johnson, I just wanted to let you know that I did have a chance to look at all the improvements in the new web page, and I particularly like the description that's on there, that the web page's goal is information to help parents choose the right public school. I think that's a very positive message that people will see when they first look at the web page. I think that's a very noble goal for us to strive for. I also liked page 4, where we have a philosophy of Western Wayne School District. Again, very positive, very goal-oriented page. I would request that we consider adding something to our web page where we have the Board of Education, upcoming meetings. I would ask that we consider adding the word public. So it will read upcoming public meetings, because there are 2 meetings listed, and it can be sometimes confusing if folks aren't aware that the committee meeting is as public as this meeting is. So I would request you consider doing that, please. And also I'd like to request, could we please upgrade the page for the high school band and color guard? Unfortunately, it is currently stuck at the year 2014. So I'd love to see that upgraded, because we certainly have a new director and a lot of new items. It's a part of our pride is our school's band. And we currently don't have anything listed other than a heading on clubs and extracurricular activities on page 36. There's quite a nice write-up on 35 regarding all the nice athletics that we have. There's not one club listed, no FBLA, no TSA, none of the other clubs that these fine young students have access to. And I think that would be wonderful if we could share with everyone that goes on our webpage all that information that we have and all the wonderful programs, the great people that you choose to head all those programs, and let the students that are in those programs see their information up on the webpage. So if we could upgrade that also, I think that would be very helpful. Thank you.
And I can vouch for some of the reasons for that is lack of time on our part. We just did this complete overhaul, started it this summer, implemented it effectively in October, and the time and effort that it takes to do all those upgrades, which we will definitely get to. We also did about $500,000 worth of other technology upgrades that are used directly for instruction and communications internally and for security purposes as well. So thank you so much for pointing them out. It's an ongoing process. If you've ever tried to maintain a website at no matter what level, it's very difficult to make sure that you have time, effort, and somebody assigned to make sure that it is completely up to date. And it's a fine balance for us to not to have the staff time and effort available to do that. So you will see consistent improvement in the website, and that will be an ongoing process. But for the most part, the full turnover to a new system really was until early October. And we do have tweaks, and we do have things that we know we need to get done. And Dr. Johnson, I appreciate you very much of pointing them out for us. But and if there is ever something that anybody sees, please don't hesitate to call and let us know, or email us, or get communication somehow for information that we should have updated on the website, as well as Facebook. It's becoming the world's spinning very, very quickly with technology, and it's all the other requirements that we have as a school district are still in place. So we know we need to do as good a job as we can with that type of communication. So if there is something you see, please let us know. But thanks again, appreciate that.
Certainly.
Hi, Mary and Curtis. I came as part of the staff tonight to thank Mr. Adams for what you've done for us while you've been in our district. But I'd like to speak also as a parent. My children are no longer in Western Wayne School District, although I did send 5 of them through. And it was really disturbing to see that we were in a wobbly position for a few years where some of the wonderful opportunities that my children were able to take part in were in danger of being downgraded and therefore might not be available to our students now and coming up into the future. So I'd like to thank you very much for returning this to a solid footing so that we have the same wonderful opportunities available to children who are now Western Wayne, the same as children who have gone out of our district and gone on to become very successful in their college careers and in their lifetime careers because of the nice foundation they gained here in our district. Thank you for your efforts.
Kim Butler, I missed last month's meeting, no fault of my own, forgot. I wanted to follow up with transportation. First of all, that was long overdue. I'm only a couple minutes away and my kids had a 45-minute ride to the high school here. That was ridiculous. So I want to say thank you for changing that because that was well needed for a lot of kids. Too long of a school bus ride. And I can't follow up enough on what everybody has spoke about Mr. Adams. I don't know what else to say, but thank you. I'm president of the TSA parents group, and it's sad to see somebody go that has done so much. And hopefully the community will still step up and be a part of our great district. And I hope, I don't want to get all emotional. And I hope that the school board follows suit, that we keep everything going smoothly because we really need it around there. And like I always say, wildcat pride. Once a wildcat, always a wildcat.